Welcome back to Trending Update USA. I'm Stefan, and today we're diving deep into what might be one of the most intriguing matchups at the Miami Open, Coco Gauff versus Karolína Muchová. This isn't just about who wins or loses on the scoreboard. It's about pressure, expectations, and the mental game at the very highest level of tennis. Who will hold up under the spotlight, and who might falter when the stakes feel impossible? That's the question we're exploring today. The Miami Open has delivered countless thrilling matches over the years, but this one carries a unique weight. Coco Gauff, a young American talent, has already captured the world's attention with her speed, power, and composure beyond her years. Karolína Muchová, on the other hand, is a player known for her unpredictable style, creative shot-making, and an ability to unsettle even the most confident opponents. On paper, this is a clash of two contrasting tennis philosophies: precision versus unpredictability, youth versus experience in handling high-pressure moments. So what exactly happened in their recent encounter? Without getting bogged down in stats, the match was intense from the first serve. There were shifts in momentum, moments where Gauff's athleticism looked unstoppable, and equally, stretches where Muchová's tactical ingenuity seemed to dictate the pace. But beyond who held the lead or broke serve, what stands out is how both players managed, or struggled with, the psychological weight of the match. This brings us to the heart of the discussion: pressure. Tennis is often called a mental sport, and watching Gauff and Muchová navigate these moments is a case study in resilience. For Gauff, there is an additional layer. She's not just competing, she's carrying the expectations of fans, the scrutiny of global media, and the weight of being a rising star in American tennis. Every shot, every reaction, is analyzed online in real time. Social media amplifies both her triumphs and her mistakes, creating a pressure cooker environment that few athletes have faced so early in their careers. Muchová, meanwhile, experiences a different kind of pressure. Her unpredictability is her weapon, but it's also a mental burden. Consistency at this level requires immense focus, and opponents who can force errors or exploit hesitation can destabilize her rhythm. Watching her play is like watching a high-wire act, brilliant when balanced, vulnerable when the tiniest misstep occurs. The question isn't just who has the better serve or backhand, it's who can maintain their composure under constant, intense scrutiny. We also need to consider how media exposure shapes these athletes' experiences. Both Gauff and Muchová exist in a world where every moment on and off the court is documented. Press conferences, interviews, and social media interactions all add layers to the mental game. Young athletes, in particular, must balance their public personas with personal growth, all while competing at the highest level. It's easy for us as spectators to focus solely on match outcomes, but the emotional and psychological complexity behind the scenes is immense. Social media, in particular, has a dual role. It allows fans to engage with players directly, but it also amplifies criticism and creates a feedback loop that can heighten pressure. Gauff, who has millions of followers across platforms, receives immediate responses to her performances: praise, analysis, or harsh critique, all of which can influence her mindset. Muchová, while less publicized, faces similar pressures, especially when matches are live-streamed and every decision on court is dissected by commentators and online communities. The implications of this match extend beyond a single tournament. How players handle these pressures can shape their careers, influence future sponsorships, and even affect their long-term mental health. For Gauff, performing under the dual weight of expectation and media attention is a learning curve in real time. For Muchová, managing unpredictability alongside high-level competition tests both strategic thinking and emotional resilience. Observing these dynamics offers a window into the human side of professional sports that is often overlooked when we only talk about wins and losses. It's also worth reflecting on what this tells us about modern tennis culture. The sport isn't just physical, it's a narrative of human emotion, mental strength, and adaptability. Fans often idolize athletes for physical prowess, but true admiration comes from understanding how they cope with the invisible pressures of fame, expectation, and self-doubt. Gauff and Muchová remind us that behind the racket and the scoreboard is a complex story of human resilience. From a tactical perspective, both players bring fascinating elements to the match. Gauff's athleticism allows her to chase down balls that seem unreachable, and her forehand and serve can dominate when she's confident. Muchova counters with creativity, mixing slices, drop shots, and unconventional angles that disrupt her opponent's rhythm. This isn't just a contest of strength or speed, it's a battle of adaptability, foresight, and psychological endurance. Every point becomes a small test of who can manage stress, maintain focus, and execute under pressure. As the match unfolded, one could see subtle signs of mental strain, hesitation before key shots, tight body language during critical points, and moments where past errors seemed to linger in the players' minds. These are reminders that elite competition isn't just about talent, it's about managing one's mental state while making split-second decisions. Coaches, sports psychologists, and support teams play vital roles, but ultimately, the players themselves must navigate the mental minefield in real time. Looking ahead, the impact of this match goes beyond Miami. For Gauff, every successful handling of pressure strengthens her brand, her confidence, and her trajectory in tennis history. For Muchova, demonstrating mental toughness in high-profile matches can shift public perception, attract endorsements, and build credibility as a strategic player who can handle pressure moments. The match is a microcosm of broader themes in sports: resilience, adaptability, and the interplay between talent and mental strength. Ultimately, this discussion matters beyond tennis because it highlights lessons about human performance under scrutiny. Whether in sports, business, or creative endeavors, managing external expectations while maintaining internal focus is a challenge most of us face in one form or another. Observing athletes like Gauff and Muchova provides insight into perseverance, composure, and the mental strategies required to excel in high-stakes environments. In conclusion, the Miami Open showdown between Coco Gauff and Karolína Muchová isn't just another match. It's a lens through which we can examine pressure, mental resilience, and the intersection of talent with public expectation. As fans, we witness more than rallies and points. We witness human psychology in motion, the balance between risk and reward, and the profound impact of mental strength on performance. Watching these athletes navigate such a challenging environment reminds us why sports continue to captivate and inspire. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with a few questions to think about. How do you think social media affects an athlete's performance in high-pressure matches? Which mental skills do you believe are most important for athletes like Gauff and Muchova to develop? Can we truly separate talent from mental toughness when evaluating professional players? Thank you for joining me today on Trending Update USA. I'm Stefan, and remember, it's not just about who wins or loses, it's about understanding the incredible mental journey behind the game.